So hello and welcome everyone, and thanks for joining me for another tutorial on Onshape. So we're in the middle of making our hovercraft project, and hopefully at this stage we will have modelled our base, modelled our motor stand, we'll have inserted our motor, and we may have even got the propeller on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch back to the part file. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to draw the windshield here. So I'm going to select a sketch. It's going to ask me on what surface do I want to sketch. So I want to sketch on this surface, and it's, as you can see, it's inserted a plane there, and I'm going to click in on the keypad, so normal 2, and I'm going to start drawing this. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line there. I'm going to press escape to exit out of that. Then I'm going to draw another line and a line down to here, and I'm going to dimension these. So I'm going to dimension this 30. I'm going to put it in an angle here between these two, make that 130, and I'm going to let me see, I'm going to trim the edge of this line that I don't need, and I'm going to select press escape and select Q to make this a construction line. Now I'm obviously still missing some dimensions, so what I can do is I can dimension this to the edge, maybe just 1 millimeter, and the sketch has now turned black, so it's fully defined. What I'm going to do is, instead of drawing this again on the other side, I'm going to mirror it. I'm going to press F on the keyboard to fit it to the page, and I'm going to select the mirror button up here on the top. I'm going to select a mirror line, and the center line is what I want to be my mirror line, and the two lines I want to select to mirror are those two. So that's fine. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to accept that. I'm going to click the green arrow. From there I can navigate over to my sheet metal function, and I'm going to click sheet metal model. Now previously we've used the ticking command and we used that to make the base, but in this instance we're going to click extrude. So we're going to extrude this, we're going to extrude this piece, and this, and we'll use 3 millimeters. Because it'll be 3 millimeter acrylic that we'll be using, and we can leave the height at 25 mil. So if we rotate our piece, we can see how it's looking, and that looks okay. So let's select to accept that. Now, so this is very good. The reason we've used the sheet metal function is that if we want to get the flat pattern or the development of this piece to see what we need to cut out, we can easily do that, and that's our base. But if we select sheet metal model 3, we can see this is the development or the flattened pattern of that. Now let's just hide this again. So the problem we might have now is attaching this to the actual body of our project. So we have a number of options. We could of course glue it, but we don't have much surface area to glue it, so ideally if there was a better way, that would be preferable. And to do that, we're going to click the flange option. So the flange is adding some more metal, and it's going to add it to this corner here. So this front corner is what I'm selecting, and it's adding a piece of metal. Sometimes it might appear going that way, the opposite way, and we can change that direction by clicking opposite side. And we're going to change the flange alignment from inner to outer, and you can see it's going to bring the piece up onto the surface of it. That's exactly what we want. Okay, and we can leave our distance at 25 mil. I think that's just going to be fine. So let's click accept. So again, we can go back and we can check what the development of this will look like, and we can see now that we have an accurate development of that updated. And let's just hide this again. Now, to make this even better, now we have more surface area if we were to use glue, but again, we would get more marks for using nut and bolt assemblies. So let's click this surface and click normal to, again in on the keypad, and let's draw a sketch there. We can draw a line, and let's put in a construction line. Click this line and click Q. That's going to make that a construction line. Now let's click a circle, and I'm going to click Q again to bring this back. Press escape there to get out of that. Click the circle and click Q. That'll make it a solid one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to dimension this circle, and I'm going to dimension it 3.5. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and I'm going to dimension the edge of this circle, or the centered circle rather, to the edge of the piece, 15 millimeters. Now, I could draw that again, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw in a line in the center here. Click Q to make it a center line, and I'm going to mirror the circle across that line. There we go, that's done. So now I can extrude that, and I can click OK. Okay, so that's brilliant. So now I have two holes. Of course, when we laser cut out our base, we want to ensure that the two holes in this will line up with two holes on the base, so that we can add a nut and bolt and make sure that it is lined up correctly. So just like putting in the motor, what we're going to do is we're going to create a sketch on the bottom plane, and let's put in a plane for us. As you can see, we're going to select the circle, and we're going to click convert. The shortcut for that is U on the keyboard if you prefer, and click convert. Okay, so now we have the hole on that surface, and we're going to extrude again and click OK. Just make sure that you're removing the material instead of adding, so click remove, and there we go. So now we can see that we have the two pieces and the holes line up. Finally, before we finish this piece, what we can do is we can add maybe a feature here to make it look a little better. So if we add a chamfer and maybe make this, yeah, 20 mil looks good, here and here, and click OK. So now we have our windshield. Okay, excellent. Maybe the last thing we could do is we could right click and edit appearance, and we could change it to an appearance that suits us. I think I saw some yellow tinted acrylic today and it looked good, so let's just change the appearance of that maybe and make it a little bit more opaque. Excellent. I think something along those lines, maybe slightly darker. That's going to be just fine. Okay, brilliant. So I think that'll do for now.